What is up, team? We are back. It is Ben Bywater, co-host of the Laced Up Podcast. I am here with the boy Crew Wakley, 38 special. We are locked and loaded. We are stoked. Brand new year. We got the boy. Super stoked about this guest. The hometown hero, Speedster Magoo. We got our guy, Harrison Taggart. Everybody give it up, Harrison Taggart. Everybody in the back, please. Yes, Taggart.
Shout out Harry. Harry's one of a kind. He might be the most interesting guest we've ever had.
The boy. And before we get in, Harry, we're gonna talk. We got a few sponsors on the potty. We're upgrading people. We're balling. We're upping our game here. So
we're getting there one at a time.
2024.
So, shout out. You win a pest control. If you're one of those people who wants to get into the sales world, you want to kind of dabble in that, but you don't want to go to Illinois or freaking California for the summer, hit up You Want a Pest Control. You can hit up me. I'll get you tapped in. I know the owner really well. Super good person, so you're going to be with good people, and you don't have to worry about getting screwed over. The other one is shout out Rec Pro. They've got all your RV, camper needs. They helped me out over the summer with a project that I did with me and my pops built little gaming trailer. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, shout out them. If you guys need anything, go check out their website, Rec Pro. They've got anything from flooring to ACs, heaters, all that stuff. So if you're in that world, check them out.
Yes, sir. I helped on that project a little bit too.
He did.
Yep.
He did.
Yes,
Ben gets dragged into a lot of my projects.
Hey,
So
I was there helping, a little free 99, but hey, guess what? Free labor is good for you. All right, it builds character.
Service project.
All right, Harry, let's talk about the boy. How we doing today?
Doing great. Just got done moving. That's always a hassle, but got the job done.
Where'd you move to?
I was living in Orem, just like right off the freeway, and now I moved more southern Provo, right off 269. So
Who'd you move in with?
I moved in with the old Wilson brothers, and then just a couple guys met around campus.
Dude, you're in Aspen Loop.
Yeah.
That's
The old Wilson brothers?
Mm-hmm.
Aren't they still the Wilson brothers?
They are still the Wilson brothers, but
Just not the Cougar Wilson brothers.
not the Cougar Wilson brothers.
Ah, gotcha.
Now it's almost like Utah Wilson brothers.
Yeah.
Kinda.
Wait, so you're who are your roommates?
Josh Wilson, Mike Wilson,
Okay.
Hayden Easterly, and Garrett Wilson, if you guys know.
Okay. Just some corner boys.
Yeah.
Those were your boys in high school, weren't they?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Talk about that high school, though.
Yeah.
From Corner.
Yeah, Corner Canyon, born and raised in Draper. I wasn't one of those transfers into Corner to get a ring. But
There
that
we go.
was cool.
The loyalty.
Yeah. It was awesome. I love my head coach, Coach Kjar. Shout out to him. It was a lot of fun, really. We had a bunch of my boys that are all over the country now playing football, and it's just cool to catch up with them and see what all of them are doing.
So if someone doesn't know Coach Kjar, because Coach Kjar he's doing some Senior Bowl this year, isn't he? Like the All-American Bowl?
Yeah, he just got back from Florida last week, coaching the All-American Bowl, which is awesome.
So if people don't know Kjar, try to explain the beast of Erik Kjar.
Erik Kjar is, I would argue, the best high school football coach in Utah.
100%.
So he coached at Jordan. He coached you, right?
Yeah.
So he coached at Jordan. He coached Crew. Moves over to Corner Canyon with the old principal, DJ. And then he coaches the football program and the track program. Has won, I don't know how many state championships. 5 in track and was it 5 in football at Corner? Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's too many to count now. Yeah, he's a great dude all around.
What's good about this guy? Did he just take it seriously? Like he just intensity or?
No. Yes, but it's a different type of intensity than you've ever seen. Because it's not like a up in your face, hard nose. Like he's a tough dude for sure, and like he's gonna that's kind of one of his things, like be tough. But like a lot of things you hear me and Harry say,
yeah,
we get from him. Like you go spend like a month around that dude, and your whole vocabulary will change. Probably not for the better, but like he just always he's the funniest person I've ever been around. Like just on a daily basis, it's hard to explain unless you've been around it.
He's also addicted to winning. Like,
yeah,
I don't know many high school coaches that get up at 5:30 every single morning just to coach weightlifting for 2 hours that's unpaid. Like, it's kind of unheard of.
That's cool.
And then a high school football coach that also coaches track too in the off season. Like,
right.
I don't know. I think he just has fun with winning.
So does all like the football boys go run track in the spring? Like he's like trying to push everybody to go run. Okay.
You're either running track or throwing the shot put or wrestling. You're required to.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we don't talk like I wrestled for 2 years, and wrestling was the best thing I ever did for my athletic career. I'm telling you, dude. I was like 7th grade. I'm chubby. I'm like soft. I played a little bit of middle backer, but like, dude, I hated hitting. I like didn't even play. Like, I'm not kidding. My 7th grade year did not play. My mom was like, hey, you're going to wrestle. Just like she wanted me to do something hard. Like, I'm so grateful she pushed me to do it. I go wrestle. 8th grade, I was kind of soft, but then 9th grade, like I was like, I'm gonna buy into this. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. I'm telling you, but wrestling was like just so good. Like, it was the first time I did something hard in my life, and it I'm forever grateful for it. So it definitely gets like especially up in Salt Lake, it gets like an interesting rap. Like, I think in Heber, like, you know, just kind of where it's like more cultured, where all the boys are doing it. It's like probably a little bit more normal, but
yeah, totally.
Exactly. I'm sure at corner, like not everybody's wrestling, but that's my 2 cents on the wrestling. So if you're listening to this, thinking about it, I think you should, you know, go dabble, go to a practice, and see if you can get through it.
Dude, it's hard though.
Hard.
Did you wrestle?
I never wrestled, but I went to one of those practices because the coach said, "Hey, just come check it out, see what you think." And went there, watched it, and then I never went back.
Dude. Yeah, no, that looks brutal. One of my uncles is a big wrestler. He's like he coaches high school wrestling, and like all my cousins do it and all that stuff. And it's just, I'm claustrophobic, and so like watching them get in certain positions, I'm just like I'm like freaking out just watching them do it. So it's not really my thing, but I'm always like kind of jealous that because I love like the jiu-jitsu world, the UFC, like MMA, wrestling. Like I all think it's super cool, and I want to do it, but
the kid wrestler right here.
Yeah. If I didn't have my shoulder, I would. You know.
Okay,
well, dude. I think with how big the UFC is getting, and like just like, you know, like combat sports, I really think like wrestling will be on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? I think just as that world gets bigger, right? I mean, that's my own personal opinion. Who knows?
Dude, because it's like now it's like a career. Like you always grow up like it was like, oh, what do you want to do? You have career day. What do you want to do when you get older? It's like, oh, I want to be in the NBA, or I want to be a professional football or baseball. But now it's like UFC and like MMA is getting to that level where it's like that's a legitimate like career now. Like it's big enough to where you get paid and there's, I mean, it's hard like any other professional sports, but like that could be a dream for sure now.
For sure.
Okay, how badass would this be? Off of the UFC thing that you said. Yeah. Each school picks their best fighter. Like, best fighter. Corner Cannon's got his best fighter.
Oh, that could be sick.
Olympus got their best fighter, and then you just beat each other's ass, and then that school, like, you're the most badass dude in the state. Cause
dude,
I like
that. That actually could be cool because, like, what it was like, because the UFC is like the NFL, right? The sport is MMA.
Yeah.
If, you know, and, like, you have the NFL, you have college football, you have high school football. What if you had, like, college UFC, right? And high school UFC, like, type.
Because there isn't
B.
that.
There isn't that.
It's all like you go straight
from
good
like, idea, Harry.
You win the state. You're the baddest dude in the state.
You are.
No one messes with you.
Yeah, no.
Then you get automatically like a shot maybe in the UFC or something.
Dude, that would be dope.
That would be cool.
So cool.
If you haven't been to a UFC fight, you should go.
How was that?
Yeah,
how was that?
I went to I don't even know who the main card was. It was Tony Ferguson fought Paddy Pimblett.
Okay.
Who was the main card? It was who's the big, like, he dressed up as the colonial dude. How am I forgetting?
What weight class is it?
170s. Colby Covington versus
Covington and
Leon Edwards. Yeah,
that's right.
Leon Edwards. It was dope, dude. Like the coolest environment. Like, I mean, dude, when they walk out and they got like the songs jumping, everybody's so
bro. The walkout,
cool.
That's got to be the craziest part of like any walkout in sports. The UFC walkout is insane, bro.
Insane.
Like talk about like, you know how you get nervous when you run out of the tunnel, or kind of like not as much, but you know, like the pregame jitters.
Butterflies, yeah.
Bro, imagine taking a slow walk through a whole packed like stadium or whatever, and people are just going crazy. Like
for you,
like, just you, nobody else.
And you have your like walkout song.
You got your boys behind you.
The lights are firing.
Can wear whatever you want. Like,
right?
Yes.
Oh, so sick.
You get to pick your song. Oh, I've always wanted to do that.
Dude, what I did last year was I went to a Brazilian jiu-jitsu tournament up in like Bluffdale. My buddy was in it, and like obviously, you know, MMA's got jiu-jitsu, Muay Thai, like kickboxing, a bunch of other stuff, right? But this was just BJJ. And it was cool. Like, it's like the kids who wrestled in high school, just like tough, hard-nosed dudes that just like are still kicking it, like that are still dope. You know, it's like a lot of blue collar vibe. But like, dude, I went up to it and like a kid broke his arm on the mat, dude, snapped in half. Like they had to bring the paramedics. I was like it's no joke. And like these like weekend warriors are just putting their life on the line just on a Saturday afternoon. Dude, he's got to go lay concrete Monday morning. He's like, nah, dude, I got to get this tap out of this submission. Like, it made me geek, but like, dude, dope kids. There's some kids that I went to high school with that are like, they're not, obvious. I think they're blue belts or whatever. I know it takes like years, right? You know, it takes years, dude. So he's like 3 or 4 years in, but dude, it was cool. It was like, I was like, oh, I was always like growing up. I was like, when I'm done playing ball, But I'm like, dude, it would be cool to pick up. I think Joe Rogan's putting us like a spotlight on it.
Totally.
It'd be cool to pick up just like as a hobby. Like, yo, I'm an asset. I'm a weapon. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get into a scuffle, like, hey, like we'll be okay. You know.
So after
like,
football, it's all said and done. You're gonna get in the jiu-jitsu world.
Oh, dude, like not seriously, but I think it'd be fun to roll around.
Yeah.
Like, I have a bunch of buddies that roll around. We there's some ex BYU football players that do like
Really?
MMA. Yeah.
Actually, I heard about a couple of fights that have happened.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, shout out Kyle Griffiths.
Yeah, shout out.
That was cool. I mean, dude, I tip my hat to him, bro. Like I would never do that.
Oh man.
6 months of training, gets in the ring, the octagon.
Jeez, that's brutal. Do you think you'd be good? I feel like you'd be good at UFC, Harry. You got a hard head?
I feel
Like
like
Harry's got the hardest head. What are you talking about?
I mean, that's what it seems like, but I'm asking from his perspective.
I don't know. I've never really been in a fight.
You never have?
Never have.
Never.
Oh, never.
Corner Canyon, they keep these boys controlled.
Yeah,
They're cordial.
What about you
Cordial.
Jordan? You ever get into it?
No, I've never been in a real fight.
Really?
Like,
Really?
I've thrown some punches, but that's about it.
Yeah, like a little scrap here and there.
Yeah.
Like just get off, dude. But
Yeah.
nothing like.
Nothing crazy.
What about you?
Dude, I kind of call it a fight. I kind of like sucker punch the dude from the back and like just start wailing.
Back of the head, knock him.
Dude, like I had this girl cheated on me with this guy.
Oh.
I'm like, yeah, dude. Your boy was like, I'm 15 years old, just like fighting demons. Like, poor guy. The dude was so cool about it too. I was like, dang, like I'm an idiot. I hit him like probably 12, 13 times, but didn't even throw a punch back. I was like, oh, dude. You know, looking back, hindsight 2020, I'm like, I probably shouldn't have done that. But he was a homie to me afterwards. But I was public enemy number one for a full year at Olympus.
Oh,
like,
that's hilarious.
I had a mullet, like this little football kid, like yeah, not
a big half-inch chain, everything.
dude, yeah, not to play. I don't recommend it, but dude, it was good for me. Character building. Glad. I mean,
Hey,
went through it.
no regrets. We just learn.
We just learn, baby. We just learn.
No regrets.
And, yeah, obviously, get back from the mission. I'm like 20 years old. Like, can't be just punching people in the street when you're mad at them.
Yeah.
But
It
dude,
happens, though.
I tip my hat to people that can. I'm like, hey, dude, you know what show I'm watching is Yellowstone. Have you?
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yeah,
It's good.
have you ripped it? Have you ripped Yellowstone?
Yeah, I watched the first episode. That's when like the horse died, right?
Yeah. See,
I don't know. It was like a little too much for me. I
Yeah.
wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to commit to it.
Because the horse died?
I don't know. It just started off like
Yeah,
way
it's
too
little.
intense for me. I'm not like that type of TV watcher. So
Yeah, no, trust me. I watched the first episode like 3 or 4 times before I got sick last week. So you know, you just rip a full season. Dude, it makes you want to be a rancher. Like,
Does
so it's dope. It's like modern. It's like the modern Wild Wild West.
That's
Like
so
they got
cool.
ARs and helicopters, and they're like fighting for cattle with like developers who want to put in like hotels on their land. Like,
bro,
I mean, yeah, it's kind of sick, dude. I'm like, and it's just like country cowboys that really got their stuff together.
Crew, you a big Saltburn guy? You seen that yet?
No.
No?
Haven't seen it. I'm
What is
not.
that?
I'm not a very big show watcher.
Really? What do you do with your free time?
I'm always doing some. I don't know. I always got some stupid like business venture. I'm like exploring and trying to make happen. Or I'll play Fortnite. I haven't played in a minute though. Like, I don't think I've played yet this year. But
When the OG map came out,
that's what
That
got me
was-
back into it.
that was peak.
Yeah.
But
What about you, Harry? What are you doing in your free time?
man, nothing, dude. I play
Stop
Fortnite.
Stop that. I know you got something.
Nothing you can say on the pod. Are you? Are you?
Keep that hush.
Are you an? I have a question. I actually thought about this today 'cause I was looking through. I got caught watching like a coffee making video for like 3 minutes. I was just dialed in on this dude like making this satisfying coffee.
Dude, when they like put that little like prong thing in
Yeah,
there
and they twist
spin
it.
Yeah,
Are you a TikTok guy or a Reels guy? Like, do you get caught scrolling?
Reels guy, dude.
What's your if I was to open up your Instagram right now, what are your Reels consist of?
Dude, you know those like, I don't even know where they're at, but they just sit there and build huts out of like sticks and wood.
Yeah,
and
where they just have like a
bunch
stick that
of
they just
mud. Yeah, and
dig.
it's just like satisfying.
Yeah,
Stuff like that. Sports videos and then chicks.
chicks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Just
just
a great algorithm.
yeah.
Guys
Good.
firing.
We usually ask like the flavor. So like, what's your type of girl?
The flavor?
Yeah,
Walk us through that.
I like an athletic girl, brunette, good smile.
good smile.
Yeah, good smile.
No one said good smile yet. That's important though.
Dude, Invisalign, man. I'm so
Mhm.
grateful for that.
Yeah, bro. If they, braces are huge when you're little, like,
Have to.
and then Invisalign when you're older.
Are you on Invisi right now?
I don't got one in right now, but yeah.
But you have you got the stuff.
Yeah.
I'm the same. Yeah, I got it.
Yep. I had braces when I was younger.
Let's see your teeth. Hey, you got a good smile.
Dude.
Gets the job
Early
done.
whites.
It worked.
Yeah. So any birds since you? I mean, I guess nothing. No details, but like how is the scene? Are you just kind of focused on yourself? Are we in a dating position or
During season, focused on myself.
Yeah.
I put a little bait
line.
in the water. Yeah, a
Yes.
little line.
Smart.
Haven't caught anything crazy
Yeah.
yet. Nothing that I'm like, ooh, you know. I've got a few snags here and there.
Yeah. Easy
Yeah.
money. Yeah,
Nothing
we
too
set.
crazy.
Yeah, fire up the hinge again, and you're good. We're good to go.
Those swipes in.
What's the difference? Because I have a couple buddies who went and played like ball in like Arizona and all this and that. So tell me the difference in females in Utah versus Oregon.
Oh, Provo specifically, or
Sure.
Oh, we can broaden that.
Anywhere,
So
anywhere
to
in Utah. Yeah.
We're Salt Lakers. We're all Salt Lakers here.
Yeah, I feel like in Utah, I don't know. It's just different with the whole entire Mormon culture, you know. A bunch of great people in both states, really.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's hard. Like, I kind of feel I look at the good in people and I find good wherever. I find a lot more like fake blondes and makeup and just like cake faces in Utah than
Yeah.
probably going to get canceled for that and not get a good old bite. But
We still love them though. Still
Yeah,
love them.
we still love 'em.
'em.
Oregon specifically, like everybody knows, it's like kind of hippie central.
Yeah. Organic.
Yeah, it is. It is organic.
Yeah.
In Eugene specifically, it attracts a lot of people from California. So I got like Cali girls and stuff like that in Eugene, which was cool. But they were all in the sororities, and the party life is a little bit more out there than here, which is different. But great people all around.
So you're Oregon for what? 2 years?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
So.
So you graduated what? 21.
Yeah. Oh, I graduated in 22 technically, but I graduated in December and then headed up there right after I graduated.
Oh, so okay. So but you were there. So just the fall of 22.
Mm-hmm.
And then so you were there for like 13 months then, right? Because you
One
transferred.
season?
Yeah, 1 season, 2 spring balls. So it was a year and a half.
Got it. Yeah.
Just over that.
Nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
Loved it up there.
Yeah, it was cool. Different. It was intense, rainy, but
Is it how like, because like when I imagine Oregon, I imagine it being like overcast all the time. Is it actually like that?
think of it like September to about May. You're just going to get rain. And then June to August, you don't get a single drop of rain. Like there was one day I was up there, it was 117 degrees.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, it was hot. But
Dude,
yeah.
is the equipment and like you know how like everybody outsiders looking in, like, dude, you just think of Oregon, think of jerseys, equipment, like just Nike just bombards you. Is it really like that?
Yeah,
That's
it is
fire.
like it's cool. It's like I'd say we get like about the same amount of equipment, like not shoe wise, but like t-shirt wise, sweats, everything like that, like clothing wise. But like game day, it's different just because we get a new jersey every single game, we get a new pair of cleats every game. Which honestly, I didn't love the cleat part because you know when you get a new pair of cleats, it's like
Right. You got to break them in.
I'm playing in some bricks. You know what I mean? I got to
Yeah.
play in these, so it was like you're constantly fighting blisters,
Mm.
which I don't think a lot of people think about.
Right. And you're required, like, you can't change up the uniform at all, right? What they give you is what you got to wear.
Yeah, what they give you is what you got to wear. You can have like, I can wear some alphas or somebody else can wear some menaces, but
Right.
they
But,
have to be that color for the week.
right. There's no, like, I'm going to throw my own flavor in here. Like, if you want to rep black cleats, there's no. You're wearing what they give you, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Makes sense.
I went to the Oregon Liberty game in Arizona.
Oh,
Yeah.
that bowl game?
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah. It was dope, dude.
A little bit of a blowout, but
Yeah, dude, Oregon, so many athletes on that team, bro.
yeah, it's interesting.
Fun to watch, brother.
One more question about Oregon and the recruiting process. Well, so, because out of high school, you had quite a few offers, right? Like, what was your, like, top 3 or 4?
My recruiting process was kind of different because my coach, okay, so backstory, right? I committed under Mario Cristobal, right?
Okay.
Signed under Mario Cristobal. He was at my house eating dinner with me and my family. And then while we were eating dinner, all these rumors came out like, hey, Mario Cristobal's leaving, yada, yada, yada. So my dad, he leaves, like all the position coaches leave. Cristobal's still in my house. My dad pulls him aside. He's like, hey, like, this is my son's future. Like, what are you planning on doing? Are you leaving or are you staying? I just need to know.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I'm staying. Like, nothing else would bring me away from the program, yada, yada, yada. The next morning, I wake up, start swiping on Twitter, all that stuff. Cristobal's gone. Like, literally
The next morning.
in my house at 8 p.m. Next morning, he probably
Bro.
flew straight to Miami.
That's crazy.
crazy.
Isn't that wild?
And that's where he went to Miami?
Yeah, so we went to Miami. So pre-Crystal Ball, USC, Utah, Oregon, UCLA.
Gotcha.
Post-Crystal Ball, I had a few, like, under-the-table offers, but I really just stuck with Oregon.
Gotcha. So what was the thing that sold you on Oregon off the rip?
Dream school.
Yeah,
Like,
that's where you always wanted to go?
Yeah, always wanted to go to Oregon, dream school. I really, really liked everything it had to offer from academic standpoint to a football standpoint, all that stuff. Yeah.
That's dope, dude.
Yeah, it was cool.
So then you hit the portal.
Yep.
Why'd you hit the portal?
Long story short, my position coach, I wanted stability. My
Gotcha.
position coach was a GA. He was paid like a GA, but he had to coach like a linebacker coach.
Oh, that
So
sucks.
I was up there. I had 3 position coaches. You know how it is.
Right.
Position coach comes in. They bring all their new guys in. So this last season, I thought I was going to get decent playing time. Not the best, but garbage reps. You know what I mean? And then 5th year comes in from Iowa. 5th year comes in from ASU. And I'm just like, what am I doing? I'm just wasting my time here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and then I see guys at BYU like Ben and all these guys, Max, AJ, that have played and are loyal to BYU. Well, but AJ's been in the state forever. You know what I mean? That's
Right.
loyal to BYU, and I can play underneath them, develop under them, and really see their craft, and then flourish and grow.
That's
Ball this
dope.
year, bro. You balled out this year.
It was fun, dude.
Oh, dude, I was stoked when you stepped in, dude. So you played what? You played every game, obviously special teams, but then.
Linebacker wise,
I mean, what was the game I got hurt? Kansas. What was the next game?
Texas Tech. Yeah, so
Good.
Texas Tech on.
No, Cincinnati.
Cincinnati.
Oh yeah,
Fire.
you're right.
Cincinnati then Tech.
Kansas then Cincy. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Cincy on. So
Yeah, dude. How was what was your favorite game?
either Cincy or Texas. It's just like Austin, Texas, like, you know the vibe, like it's Texas. You know
that
what I
was
mean?
dope.
That was a cool game, cool
Looks cool.
environment.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry you didn't go to that one. That was so fun.
Defense was balling too.
Bro, it was one of those things where you pull up, like the stadium was sick.
Like, yeah, these guys
Bro,
are really living.
I pulled up and I was like, I was like, dang, 100 plus, 1,000. That's how many it holds. I
It's
think
like
it's 101,
110.
103 or something. Is that what it is?
Let's look it up.
Let's look it up.
Dude, I thought the like pre-walk we did before when it was like raining cats and dogs, like
Yeah.
crazy.
Let's see.
Was
Sixes.
McConaughey at that game?
No, dude. He's lucky. I would have taken him the ball after I picked it. Taken it right to him.
All right.
Horns downed him.
Oh, you're right. 100,
Or down the
100,000, 119.
101. Okay, yeah.
119?
That's a ton.
That's
That's a lot of
huge.
people. But it's weird. It wasn't as loud as Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah,
It's probably because they probably weren't as juiced.
that's true. Like, they're like, oh, it's just BYU. And like, but you know how, like, the build of the stadium kind of affects the noise? Like, Arkansas, they were on top of you. This one, it was a little more fanned out, but it was still sick. Like,
Yeah.
the stadium's in, like, what felt like the middle of the city. Like, I don't know. That was pretty sick.
That Arkansas game was sick.
That
Crazy.
was cool, bro.
Yeah.
That was dope.
But what was your, sorry, you were saying, though, Texas and Cincinnati. What'd you like about those games?
Texas game, I liked it. It was just like a wow game. You know what I mean? Like, same
Mhm.
thing you said, like, when we walked in there for the first time, it was raining. Like, that was just cool memory that I'll remember forever with you guys, just all that stuff. And then I feel like defense was just going, dude. That game, we were just going. Like,
That was a good game.
if you think about it, how many stops, 3 and outs, like, we made a statement that first half of football, like 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out. It was awesome. And then Cincy, it was just really my first college game starting.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just had fun. I just had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Dude, there's nothing like your first start in college football.
Dude.
You feel like invincible, bro.
Who was your first start?
Arizona.
AZ?
Yeah, and Allegiant.
That's
Allegiant?
Yeah, dude,
sick.
I was juiced, dude. Like, I could have ran through a brick wall. That's when I
Mhm.
was, But, dude, what was yours was
Arkansas.
Yeah.
Ah.
We talked about that.
Hey, I remember that play.
Perfect game.
Boom!
One play, one tackle. Hey, he's back at UCF. So we'll see him again this year.
Good. Let him know.
I got to get my get back.
Yeah,
It's
do it.
time. It's
Dude,
time.
he's raw. I ain't gonna
He's
lie.
a big dude.
Dude, holy cow.
Jeez. But yeah,
I
I'm ready
tried
for it.
sacking him and it just didn't go over well. That's when my shoulder first wiggled.
You're like, oh.
It was that play I wasn't supposed to blitz. And like
I know
it just
exact
opened
play.
right up. I'm like, oh, I'm just gonna take this. I just ran after him and like,
Yeah.
dude, I got to him, dude. But then my shoulder hit the ground and it wiggled out of place, and I'm like,
Did
So,
you
like,
know? You were like,
dude. So this is what happened. So that happened, and I'm stressed because, dude, I've broken my shoulder 18,000 times. It feels like I'm like didn't want it on my record at BYU because I was like, dude, I don't want NFL scouts to know that I'm hurt or just like that I have another shoulder issue, right?
yeah.
So I'm like going up to Salt Lake, and I'm, you know, family friends that are doctors. I'm like, guys, help me out. Like, what are we doing? Like, look at it. Like, let's get an X-ray.
Just keep it on the down
Yeah.
low.
I
like-
didn't want it on my record. And the next week, just blown out, murdered. I'm like, yep, you know, part of the gig. Dude, I got a question for you. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
5 years from now, I'll be graduated. Right now, I'm going to exercise science.
Ooh.
Yeah, so I'd love to be a weight training coach, or you ever been to like Stroshine or TAT?
Yeah.
TAT's a huge one. I went to TAT growing up. Shout out Christian Sandoval. But
Shout out, Christian.
yeah, shout out Christian. I'd love something that route, like personal training. Not really like owning like a Vasa or a
Like Sky Main.
yeah, like Skyman, something
Yeah.
like that. Also like Ryan Phillips, like stuff like that. I think is awesome.
Dude, just bro science to the max, dude.
Yeah, just
It's
button
sick.
heads.
I think you need to blast your arm fully tattooed. And I hate to say this, but Sky's tat, low-key, just like, it makes them a little bit more credible in my mind. I'm like,
It's
yep.
hard. It's
Yeah,
really
dude,
hard.
it's gangster. And I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, this dude's dedicated to the craft right here. Like, he just, and dude, he's self-employed. It's really a statement of just like, yeah, I'm
Coach
I'm gonna
Tanner's is
make it.
too cool too. He has
Yeah.
like some Greek goddess that
Yeah, I saw that on the inside of his arm today.
he said it like it's like
no.
the god of like weightlifting or the god of training or something. I can't remember
cool.
exactly, but yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, dude. When you go into the hand, you know, you're betting on yourself. It's just freaking fire.
You a tat guy, Harry?
That guy, yeah.
We
What-
talk
what would you
about
get?
this a lot.
Yeah, we asked. Somehow it comes up almost every episode. But
Tat
what?
does? Or just
Somehow.
like
No.
Well, because we usually have
Tattoos.
oh
Yeah.
tattoos.
He's talking about the tat training place.
oh.
we're tat guys. Yeah, shout out Christian.
Shut up, Chris.
But tattoos, like a lot of the boys we have on are yatted. You
Yeah.
know, so like obviously we gotta talk about it because at BYU it's definitely not common.
Yeah.
You know, it's just different on the when you got a little less melanin in the skin, it's a little less common.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
Yeah.
that we always want to talk to the boys like, yo, you
Yeah,
know.
I've got one.
Oh, you do?
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah, I
Where?
saw it. Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
it.
It's right on my ass.
What is it? What, smiley face,
Yeah,
right?
it's a smiley face, just right on my right ass cheek.
When did you get that done?
Last break, over winter break, I was just kicking it with my boys, and one of them wanted to get a tattoo, and I don't know, somebody
said-
does something, I got to do it with them. So
You
I
said,
was
I'm
like,
for the boys.
I'm doing it, man. Yeah.
Dude, that's so sick, dude. Was it right here in Utah or in Salt Lake?
Oh yeah, I was probably I could get there in like 5. I can't remember the place. Shout out them. But
Shout out them.
yeah.
In Utah County?
Yeah, down in Orem.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Dude,
I
that's
love
awesome.
that, dude. So 5 years graduated, and then you want to be in your career. Are you going to do like, do you have to go to extra school for that or no?
I don't know. I plan on I supposedly graduate if I do everything right in a year from now.
Okay.
Um
Dude, quick.
yeah, quick cuz graduated early. Oregon was quarter system, so it was 10 weeks. We'd get done all of our credits.
Okay.
So it was really quick.
They
and
all
then I'm
transferred?
done.
They all transferred over?
Yeah,
Okay.
and then the ones that were like kind of iffy, I'm just doing them as like GEs. So
Nice.
yeah.
So are you in like Chem 105, Chem 106, like those
Yeah,
classes?
Dude, I'm in
Oh, dude.
nutrition. I got to take anatomy next semester. I'm just like, bruh.
Dang, dude.
So
Bro, shout out you. That's impressive. With
Well-
ball, the school load with ball is no joke, dude. People don't understand.
dude, people underestimate it. They're like, yeah, you athletes have got the life. And I'm like, yeah, we have the life, but like what we do to have this life is ridiculous.
For sure, dude. Comes with a cost. When I was in the grind of it, dude, it's like you're waking up class at 8 a.m. So you got to wake up 7, whatever, walk to class. Boom. You get done at 12, ball from 1 to 6, homework 7 to 10 or whenever you finish it, right? Like,
Yeah.
dude,
That's
it's a
bare
whole.
minimum. Like if you do the
Yeah.
film from 6 to 7 and then you do your recovery in there too, it's
Oh, dude.
a 6 to 10 day, and then you go to
100%.
bed, do it all over again.
Dude. Crazy.
Yeah.
What about you? What a crew?
Well,
What's your major again? I forget.
geography.
Let's
Geography.
go, dude.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Where's Lithuania?
I couldn't tell you.
You want to teach history?
All right, where's
No.
Oh,
History.
come on, this is
Oh,
Geography,
freaking
bro.
entrepreneur
Give me a
McGee.
map. Give me a map. No.
This is Ed Milet Jr. right here.
No.
Yeah.
I don't. So like I was finance at Utah State, and then when I transferred, I was like 4 years away, for like 3 or 4 years away from graduating with a finance degree at BYU, even though I had already taken 2 finance classes, 2 econ classes, 2 accounting classes at Utah State. Like some of them transferred, some of them didn't, whatever. And I was like, I'm not going to school for 3 or 4 more years. And like the finance program here, like you got to get accepted into it. Like it's pretty like,
It's rigorous.
like, yeah. And so I was like, what's the quickest degree? And they're like, you got geography, history. Like, okay, well, which one has like the lightest workload? Geography for sure. I'm like, all right, sign me up. And so we've just been ripping it ever since. And it's it's a great career path.
You graduated, or how much longer you got?
We got this semester and 2 more.
Easy.
Yeah.
Down the hatch.
Yeah.
What about
So
you? What are you?
I just did finance.
Finance?
Yeah, so I just graduated in December.
Congrats.
Shout out BYU finance program. Love you guys. They took me in, accepted me, so it's been cool. I applied in summer of 2021.
Okay.
So yeah, dude, it was a grind for sure. But dude, I had great people in the classes with me. Like that was the best
that's what
part
I
about
hear.
it. It's like, dude, I had a lot. Some of my best friends today come from finance program.
That's way cool.
And dude, you know when you're grinding together, dude, it's just like ball, dude. When you're going through the grind, like, dude, you just rally in arms together. You know, you're just like freaking chain link fence. Like you're studying together hours, helping each other out here and there. So
Yeah,
dude,
totally.
it was cool, dude. But grateful I did it, man. Definitely tough, but dude, so it was good for me.
So I don't know if I could do it. I probably spent a total of 10 hours doing homework last semester, including my tests.
Yeah, we'll do. And it too, it's like, what do you want to do? Like,
Getting a
dude,
call.
you're gonna. I know you're gonna rip sales or entrepreneur, do your own thing. Like you just go bet on yourself. You know what I'm saying?
My mom's calling me.
Hey,
you
put
need
her
to
on.
take it?
Put her on. What are you talking about?
Oh,
dude?
no.
Answer
I texted her. I said, I'm on the pod, Mom.
Talk
Okay, good.
I'll call you after.
Let's call Mama Tag, dude.
I didn't even ask you, what's your family like? Brothers, sisters, all that?
So my parents are still together. They went to school up north, met up there. And then I got a little sister that's a freshman at BYU. She runs track there.
I saw that when you transferred over, she was in that picture, yeah?
Yeah, it was
Okay.
cool. So we got to commit together,
Cool.
do all that stuff together. It was awesome. Then I got another little sister. She's a sophomore. Track mountain biking for high school, which is kind of cool.
Sweet.
Mountain biking's sick, dude. I didn't
They're
realize-
so sick, dude.
Yeah. And then I've got a little bro, and he is in 8th grade, ripping lacrosse and football and wrestling, still at the age where he can do everything. And
Shout out Little
Have
Tat. What's
fun.
his name?
Hudson.
Shout out Hudson.
Yeah.
So you're the oldest.
I'm the oldest. Yeah.
Let's go, dude. Making parents proud. Sure they love you.
I'm trying to.
Let's go, dude. You know what would be cool if we all went to, what's it called, Red Bull Rampage,
Mm-hmm.
that mountain biking
Dude,
thing in southern Utah.
So sick.
Dude, I think we get the boys, get a little Airbnb, just go be spectators.
It's like a little linebacker getaway.
Yeah, throw on the Oakleys and just watch these people,
Please.
watch these people just,
Risk their-
yeah, dude,
it's
ruin
like the
their
jujitsu
bodies,
thing.
bro.
Like,
These guys, dude, some of these falls that these linebackers take, I'm like, you guys are insane. Like,
oh,
dude, you think
so
of football,
awesome.
you think of football hit is, I mean, dude, they can get pretty brutal, but bro, some of these mountain bikers ragdolling like 200 feet down this
full
mountain.
scorpion all the way down the hill.
Oh,
You're like,
dude,
oh,
crazy.
Dude.
Yeah, no, I think that could be cool. Here's another take I have. The like extreme sports dudes have like their own swag, and it's so cool to me.
Yeah.
Like, I think, like Utah County, there's more of a culture of, organized sports, football, basketball, baseball. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Awesome. We play football. I love it. But I do think kind of up in Oregon, Salt Lake, where it's a little bit more, free mind, open-minded, like they tour backcountry skiing, snowboarding,
So
skating,
sick.
being like, it's pretty cool. Like,
Yeah.
they don't really mix with the football boys, but like I have that like nod of respect. I'm like, you guys are cool,
Have you guys ever been paragliding?
No.
That's huge in Utah. Like I've seen
Yeah, the
tons
point of the
people do
mountain.
it. Yeah.
When they
Have
go
you?
off the point of the mountain?
Yeah.
Have
I
you?
haven't done it.
I've never. My sister did it this summer. It just happened. She was up there, and some dudes, like he was taking people on tours, and the guys that he was
That
taking on
sounds
a tour
sketchy.
was like, "Hey, my person canceled." And so my sister was with all her friends, and they're like, "Oh, she'll do it. She'll do it." Literally, my friends
Oh.
threw onto a paraglider. Next thing you know, she's 100 feet up in the air with some random dude.
Dude, that's
that is
crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, I've never done it, but
I've been skydiving twice, which is
You have?
cool. Yeah, you guys should go,
Is it cool?
dude. It's cool. Like everything's cool, everything's normal until they open the latch in the plane, and you're like 10 that like they open the latch, the air's flying in, you're just like, holy cow, I'm about to jump out this John. And well, I have a hard time. My head has a hard time. Like, when I'm in a plane, like I really got to be chewing gum when like the pressure, on the descent. Like, so you're going 10,000 feet to 0 in like 45 seconds. Like, dude, I'm hanging in the air. Just feel like I'm 100 feet underwater, right? But it's cool, dude. I kind of want to get my private pilot airplane license.
So you can jump out alone, or so you can
no,
fly.
So you can fly a plane.
Oh.
I went on Monday and I had my like introductory flight, and dude, he let me do the controls. Like,
you were up in the plane,
dude. Yeah, just me and homeboy.
You just feel like the man.
Yeah, dude. It was
just sitting up there cruising above everything.
He like, dude, and the crazy, like, you're flying around, and then he like let me literally enter air traffic control, right, and then lower the plane, and like, dude, we were 10 feet off the ground. He's like, okay, let me take over. Boom, landed it. But like, he let me fly the whole thing the whole time.
That's crazy.
I think, dude, having a helicopter and like being a heli pilot when you're 40, you're like, hey kids, we're going camping, just jump in the helicopter. Like, I think that could be cool.
Shout out Kobe.
R.I.P.
Moment of silence
for Kobe. That was good. 2024, he'll be remembered more than he was last year for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I'm not a helicopter guy.
No?
Like, I think they're cool, but dude, they're just too sketchy for me.
So you're like a boat guy?
I like boats. I like airplanes. Like, I would rather have my own plane than my own helicopter. But also the utility of a helicopter is way more convenient.
Yeah.
Like, bro, my cousin dated this girl in high school, and her backyard, like, I remember we dropped her off one day, and she kind of like lived out in like Riverton, like out in like they had like horses and shit stuff, right? And bro, there's a helicopter back there. I'm like, well, why is there? He's like, oh, her dad has a helicopter. She's in the middle of Riverton, just at any point, just take off and take the heli. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
But
did he ride in it? Did she ever take him on a date to go on the helicopter?
I don't know. Should have asked.
Yeah, I had a roommate. His name's Jake Peterson, and they have a helicopter. His family does, and he would just take girls for lunch, just on the heli. Just call the pilot. They just in the heli up the canyon. I'm like, man,
he's got the best line, dude.
Yeah, there's a lot of fishing lines in the water, man. Yeah. You got some nice power bait on there, brother. Yeah, it's impressive.
That's funny.
Well, dude, what are your goals for this year, bro? Like, as far as ball, personal goals. What do you want your stat line to look like at the end of the year?
Stat line at the end of the year. I'm not a big stat guy. Like, at the end of the year, like, you know how linebackers is? We've got to set everybody. We've got to set crew up. We've got to set the D-line up. Like, everything.
Yeah.
And for us, like, if I'm taking on a puller for the other guy, like, that should be a stat in my mind because I'm making the play for somebody else to make the play,
Yeah.
Right.
So, for me, I hate going off of stats. But if I'm doing my job, then perfect. So, I want to be perfect doing my job this year. Like,
Dude,
I want to be really, really focused in the playbook, knowing my job in and out, and then knowing everybody else's job around me. And then weight goal, I'm at 230 right now, but I just want to be a lean 230.
Nice.
So, yeah, two simple goals.
Those are some great goals. Those are some great goals. People don't realize, dude, being that heavy, being 230, like, and muscular 230 takes a lot of work, a lot of maintenance.
Dude, a fat 230 is easy.
Oh, dude.
Like,
be fat 250 tomorrow, bro.
Exactly, yeah.
No, dude, I mean, these little safeties over here, they don't know. They can just be abbed up in the summer and just at the beach, hanging out, running around, being fast. They don't got to.
How much you weigh, Crew?
I wish I was abbed up. I'm 200, just under it. So I want to play at 200, but same thing. Like, I want to be single digits, kind of like probably like 8 to 9% body fat, because I don't want to be too. If you're too lean, then you're at high risk of injury, right?
Yeah.
So, but I want to be lean enough to where, like, I look good in the uniform, and, like, when people look, they're like, okay, dude's like a player, not like
a good old Dorito bod.
Right. Not like a dad bod out there, like, even if you're making plays, but it's like, oh, he looks like he's like 35. Like, that's not it. Like, by the end of the season, bro, I gained like 13 pounds through the season.
Really?
Yeah. So, but I look at the pictures of like Sam Houston week 1, and then like the pictures, like, I'm like bent over in my stance. I've got like a gut. I'm like, bro, what?
Happens every year, bro. Well, by bowl game, you're like, don't even show me the pictures.
And like you have like they're always preaching like, you got to eat, like, you got to keep your nutrition up. So I'm like, okay, what? Like, I got to eat, like, got to put these calories in. But I'm different. Like, not everybody. They're not talking to everybody when they say that, because me, I will have no problem maintaining my weight. So that was a learning.
Did you see me when I came home from Oregon?
Yeah.
Dude,
I was looking at your Instagram today.
You were a thick boy.
I was like 255 of just like,
You were 255?
dude, they wanted me at 255. I was just like,
No shot,
Bro,
dude.
I remember when you first came, because you came, did you do any summer workouts or did you pretty much go straight into fall camp?
first day of fall camp, dude.
And, bro, you were huffing and puffing. I was laughing so hard because Harry's only got one speed, right?
Yeah, full speed.
That throttle is either on or off. And I remember just looking at you and you were dying. That was so funny. You're like belly's hanging out of your jersey.
Every step.
You're out of
Yeah.
breath. I was like, oh,
You
man.
leaned up, dude. I remember that.
That was funny.
No, bro, it's interesting how ball, like it's like what you said, beginning of the year you're just diced, like everybody in the summer looks good, and it's hard because, dude, if you're just like a Vasa dude and you just like care about your fitness, it's so easy to just be in shape, in my opinion, because you can just go eat the same thing every day, same workouts, progressive overload, you just know your macros, like, dude,
You don't got to worry about the carbs.
Oh, you don't gotta, like, with ball, you just ran for 2.5 hours. Now I gotta like recarb up. Now I gotta go lift. Like it's so hard to maintain the physique. And then on top of that, dude, I'm just battling injuries. Like,
Yeah.
it's like, dude, that's still something I'm trying to like hone in and like I have so much respect for the NFL boys that can just like that have it dialed. You know, like December they look even better than they did in August. You know, they like I think it's impressive and it's hard because you're trying to carb back up and recover, but how many carbs is too many carbs? How do you not get chubby? How do you you get what I'm saying? Like that's something that'd be cool to dial in and really hone in and know the ins and outs. So
And then like you got to keep track of like you try to keep track of like all the sugar and salt and all that stuff. You also have to take in too. And too much sugar's bad, too much salt's bad, but not enough is also bad. So it's like,
Are you a cramper?
I've cramped in a game before, but like
It's not like common.
no scratch on black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. Scratch on
dude, what's your favorite modality of recovery? Like, dude, if I don't do this recovery, I don't feel good the next day at fall camp.
Hot tub, cold tub. 3 minutes in the hot, 1 in the cold.
Okay.
4 times.
Yeah.
4 times.
4 times.
So wait, 3 in the hot, 1 in the cold?
Yeah, 3 minutes in the hot, 1 in the cold. 3 in the hot, 1 in the cold. Back and forth 4 times.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What about you?
Dude, I need 8 hours minimum, and then I like hot and cold contrast.
Yeah.
And then I like massage.
The massage is nice.
Yeah.
You ever done the needling?
I did do. Skylar Main put me on the dry needling when I had the little buckle in my hip flexor this season. It was like magic, dude. I was back in a week.
Really?
Dude, was it really?
Yeah, it was.
In your hip flexor?
Uh-huh.
Bro, I've kind of got that going on right now. Like, this season I did something to my hip, and it just, like, it's getting better slowly, but it just hasn't quite got back there. It kind of feels like you have that pinch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that what it was?
Dude, so what was it? SUU game. The game before Arkansas. It just blew out.
Oh.
Like, I didn't practice for 2 of the practices that week. Like, I tried.
Right.
But they just told me, like, take it easy. And then Arkansas game, they wrapped me so tight, my leg was turning black and blue. Like, I literally
I remember
lift my
that.
glove. Yeah.
I remember you were rapping crazy.
And, yeah. And then Skylar Main put it in and, or.
Say what?
No. He, like, put the needles. He put the needles.
Excuse me? We understand what you're talking
Put
about.
the needles
Yeah,
in, you know
absolutely.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Dude, what's crazy is that they touch your bone when they do that.
Oh, dude.
Like, they literally put it in and, like, you tapping on your bone. I'm like, people, stop
don't
this.
like it.
Stop it now. I think, dude, why, for the listeners, I'm gonna hold myself accountable here. 2024, I am off energy drinks, okay? And I say that because when I was ripping energy drinks, I'm not hating on anybody that does, but personally, dude, when I was ripping energy drinks, I was never drinking water and I was always inflamed. So, like, I think your hydration plays more of a role into it than we think about. Because this year I had shin splints so bad, dude.
Dude,
like,
I remember those sleeves you put on.
Like, painful shin splints. And I've never had shin splints like that before. And I think part of my theory is I was ripping energy drinks this year just for the caffeine. I don't know why. I was just caffeine all the time.
Yeah.
And I wasn't drinking water, and I think that's part of it. So, I don't know.
Are you going to supplement a caffeine in there? Like, you going to go like a pre-workout sometimes, or are you just going to go no caffeine?
Dude, I think I need to go no. Like, I mean, dude, I had a, like, when I even if I rip like a pre-workout, it doesn't get me juiced like it did when I was.
Reset. You need a reset.
I need a reset. Like, my tolerance is too high.
For a full year?
I don't know. I just, hold myself accountable. So, hey, laced up crew, laced up family, hold me accountable, okay? Put in the comments if you see me out in the street with a little monster in my hand, slap me upside the head, please.
Dude, I did that with sweets, desserts, and candy is my thing. Because I don't really drink, like, soda. I drink energy drinks, but all 0 sugar, right? But, like, I could not stop eating, like, desserts and stuff. So the other day when I was in California, I was like, all right, I need to be done. So I go to Cheesecake Factory, get me a nice 1,000-calorie slice of cheesecake, put it down in, like, 2 minutes. And I was like, all right,
boy.
I was like, all right, I'm done. And it was a great way to end it. And once I was like, hey, I'm not doing it. I haven't, like, last night we were at dinner at Rodizio, and, like, the cheesecake came by, and I was like, no, I'm good, because, like, I already made the decision. But when it's there, and you're like, okay, am I going to do it or am I not?
Yeah. You already lost.
Yeah, every time.
What's the cheesecake you got?
The caramel one.
Caramel cheesecake?
Oh, the salted caramel?
Yeah,
Dude.
fire. That one,
Wow.
the Oreo cheesecake from Cheesecake Factory, too.
The Oreo one's
I've
fire.
heard that one's
gas.
Dude, so gas.
Here, we didn't ask him this one. What's something about you that most people probably don't know?
Something about me most people don't know.
Or just something that makes you unique.
French immersion since I was in first grade.
Really?
Yeah. Did that all the way through until I graduated. Dude, somehow, I don't know how, but, like, you know how, like, we get interviewed after practice, all this stuff?
Yeah.
They come up me with the same question. How'd you learn how to ride a unicycle? Dude, I haven't told anybody that, but somehow, like, all these, like, interviewers know. I can ride a unicycle, but I don't know how they all found out.
Is it on your Instagram or nothing?
No. I have no clue.
Really?
Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's in your bio. I was like, I went through my Twitter, like, everything, dude. I was like,
Did you put that in your bio when you came to BYU, though?
no, that's a weird thing to put in your bio. I didn't put, like, it's nowhere to be found. So I'm like,
That's interesting.
I feel like one of the boys, like, maybe, like, tapped in and, like,
They shared inside information probably on Coog Connect.
Cool Connect. Dang it. Yep. Shout out Jake Brandon.
Shout out, man. Our collective
Shout
boys,
out.
Royal Blue boys.
Um,
Looking the boys up.
So, French immersion?
Yes, sir.
So, how did that work? How does the immersion stuff work? Like, half your class are in French or what?
So literally, like, my parents put me in a raffle when I was in kindergarten, right? And they put me in, 40 people get selected to do French immersion. So, like, first grade, you'll have, 25 people in French? I guess that's 50. 25 people in French, 25 people in English. And you'll do science and math in French one year, and then English and history in English one year. And then it'll flip-flop.
Oh,
and then the next year I'll do science and math in English, and then French and history in French one year.
Gotcha.
So it was cool all the way through elementary school. Then you get to middle school, and you're actually taking, like, history classes and all this stuff. And I only know the stuff in French.
Gotcha.
So I'm like, these
So
words.
it's English. So it's like U.S. history, but they're speaking French to teach it.
Yes.
Okay, so you're learning the same curriculum in a different language.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes it felt like they try to cram, like, go super fast in the French classes because they want to teach you, like, French history too. Like, it was cool too because they'd bring in teachers from all across the country. I had teachers from Canada, France. I had one from Africa, and it was cool. Like, we'd learn about their history too. But it was interesting.
So you fully fluent?
I would say I was fully fluent 3 years ago. I haven't spoke it since I graduated high school. You know what I mean? And it kind of just. Did you guys speak languages on your mission?
Yeah, got them all.
You feel like it kind of just fades over the time?
100%.
Yeah, so it's just like I'm sure if I stood in the class, like, I could pick up and understand everything they were saying. But
all that matters is when you take wifey to Paris, you can get around, and then order in French, like, and voila,
so sexy.
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
So sexy.
It's another line in the fishing pool, ladies.
That's really all that matters, bro. Like,
we're fly fishing at this point.
Oh, dude. Love that. No, I think it'd be cool to learn a few languages. I mean, I speak Spanish. I feel like I speak it pretty well. But
dude, Spanish is like Spanish and Chinese are like huge languages to know, especially in the U.S. Knowing Spanish is like huge.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When I was rebuilding my house, we were renovating and everything. Like, we just hire the Latinos and come talk to them. So it was cool. It was super cool. It's been helpful. So.
Oh, yeah, I speak English. That's it.
That's cool.
I wish I spoke it.
You're pretty good at it.
I do all right.
Yeah.
I get by.
Yeah, I feel like you do good speaking English.
I appreciate that.
Have you ever been told you haven't done good speaking English?
No, I don't think I'm like the most literary person. Like, I don't think my literature skills are like crazy, but I think they're good enough to get by.
He speaks fluent frat. Just fluent frat, bro.
I'm just one of the boys.
Bingo.
That's right. No, yeah. I have a problem with like the whole like English class, like, hey, let's write a 10-page essay. It's like, why would I do that? Like, because my whole goal is always to be like as short as possible. So it's like, why am I trying to like take something that I could tell you in half a page, turn it into 10 pages? It's always driven me crazy.
Dude, I agree.
Ever since I was a kid. So
yeah.
Shout out ChatGPT.
Yeah, shout out.
So are you a black and white guy? Like you like things like they're either like this or like this? Like
Yeah, like I'm all in or I'm all out. Like when I'm focused on something, it's gonna happen. Like I'm doing it.
yeah.
But like I'm not good at like kind of like, okay, I'm gonna kind of do this, kind of not. It's either I'm doing it or I'm not. So that's I have a hard time like.
Yeah, I'm total
medium.
black and white guy too. Dude, I can't wait for helmets and just shoulder pads, dude. Like workouts are fun. These winter workouts are fun. Like we're busting our asses, but like.
Yeah, if you guys aren't familiar with our boy Harrison Taggart, the boy is a maniac on the field. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
If you want somebody to run through a brick wall, number 11's your guy. Okay.
Number 11's your guy.
The pause button, all right, cannot be stopped. Got a lot of respect for Harry Taggart. One of the boys. He's fun to play with, bro. Fun guy to have in your team. So
Without a doubt. And it's been a blast having you on the pod, Harry.
yes,
Thank
sir.
you. Thanks for having me, guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
Well, you now the Laced Up fans are going to be following you throughout the season and throughout spring ball. So be checking for the BYU Graham. He'll be on there.
Yeah, what's your user?
My Instagram user?
Yep.
Yeah.
Let's double check because I always get them confused.
Harrison_Taggart.
Harrison tags something, isn't it?
It's Harrison_tags.
There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Harrison_tags. Give the boy a follow, like some pictures, and we will have you back on shortly. Okay.
I appreciate you guys.
Boom.
Love you, brother.